Hey, I am a big fan of learning by reflection. So doing it with students and doing it by yourself. So we're going to take a look back at 2025. I'm going to show you a couple Edtech tools for doing this and kind of creating visualizations that you can use for yourself, with your school, and with students. So let's take a look. So as an art teacher, I want to start by just giving a shout out to a former student, Sky White. He is now a designer at Spotify and a faculty member at my alma mater, School of Visual Arts. And he is an amazing designer who actually created some of the Spotify wrapped imagery and designs that you see this year. So this first tool comes from a colleague at Garden City Public Schools, Mike DeVola, who is also a Nightscape influencer, and it is an Edtech Rewind gem in Gemini. So we learned about this at a Google education event at the Google headquarters in New York City, where different educators that are local kind of shared all of the different ways that they're using Google Gemini and GEMs and Notebook LM. So thank you, Jojo Farrell, for that. So here is Google Gemini, and this is a gem that actually creates a tech rewind. So there are a number of different questions. You kind of put in some data and make some choices in terms of how it looks. And then it actually builds you this little site with code that kind of takes a look at your year. So let's take a look at that now for Smithtown School District. So we were visionary and electric this year, which is exciting. The three biggest emerging EdTech tools were Meta Education, Wayground, and Google's Learn About AI tool. So over 2,000 plus minutes watched of my emerging EdTech series, which is exciting. And then there are top tools. Google Gemini is the biggest one that was rolled out. Notebook LM just behind it, and then Adobe Express. And a new policy is the official AI usage policy. And then in terms of our details, the student devices over 7,437, over 2,300 staff devices. That means 9,000 plus support tickets and more than just three big wins, but three big ones. So that's a wrap on a year. Here's the gem. And again, a gem is just a prompt that is repeatable and shareable. And we're going to have our own video on gems. You can copy the code and then bring it into something like Google Sites and actually paste it. So here is the Nightscape wrapped for 2025. So we had over 8,700 hours delivered of PD, which is outstanding. The annual conference in Verona is always the big highlight. It was our 60th anniversary, of course, our grants. Some of our top trends are AI policy and practice, data for privacy and security, of course, and STEAM and innovation, which I'm excited to see growing. A great blend of educators and partners, over 1,500. And when you hit share, it's going to give you some confetti. So it's a fun ways to use it. And you could share it for your classroom, for your school district, or anything you want to. So if you want to do this kind of thing with students, I do recommend Adobe Express has the 12 Days of Creativity Challenge. And it kind of ends with some really nice reflections. One is a time capsule that I love, and that lets you personalize a time capsule looking back at the year. And the next one's an inspiration board for the new year. If you go to these, they are shareable. There's a little tutorial along with step-by-step instructions. And all you need to do is swap out your information. So it goes through the year, and you're able to share some of your favorite books, movies, and songs. So I did an example. Let's take a look. So hopefully you learn a lot by looking back on the last year, 2025. For me personally, there were some terrific and some terrible experiences. So, it was a mixed bag, but I think we learned from looking backwards and reflecting on it. And I wish you all a fantastic 2026. So best of luck. Hopefully you could use some of these tools with students and with your school. Have a great year.